Sup surgical player, this is Tumelo from Surgical Pickup, and in today's video what I'm actually going to do is break down an infield footage clip of myself actually approaching a girl at a bar. And in this breakdown what I'm going to do is break down step by step my mindset in this approach, as well as the actual physical technique that I use to achieve the approach and actually continue the conversation, and also teach you the technique, the formula to the technique that I use, so that you too can, after this video, go out and approach any girl right now using the technique. So I'm excited to share this one with you guys. It's going to be awesome. Let's crack into it. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to play the actual clip, the actual footage. It's just a small clip of the actual open or the approach, and yeah, as the clip is playing, I'm going to break down through each part what my mindset was, as well as break down the actual technique that I used and how it helped me to actually start the conversation with the girl. So throughout this clip I'm going to stop and play and actually break down my thought process as well as the actual technique. So yeah, let's get into it. So just to give you a little bit of context as to what is happening here, so as you can see, I'm just sitting at the bar, I'm standing at the bar, and I'm standing alone. Now the reason why I'm standing alone at the bar with my camera crew is I was actually busy doing a one-on-one coaching session with one of my students, and we got inside the bar, got to the bar, and he actually wanted to go use the bathroom. So he went to go use the bathroom, and yeah, I just stood there to wait for him, because I just had to wait for him to come back. And yeah, I'm waiting for him, standing there, and I look over to my left, as you can see, and yeah, I spot quite an attractive girl. And yeah, now my student's not there. Might as well just talk to the girl. She's quite attractive. Let me just get to know her. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in that situation where you're standing at the bar alone, or you're standing at the bar waiting for a friend to come arrive, and you're just standing there and you can see a beautiful girl, you want to speak to her, and look, you can just stand there and look lonely like a lonely guy like I was standing there, or you can just approach the girl and potentially meet an awesome girl. So yeah, my student was in the bathroom, so I just took the opportunity, I guess, to see what this girl was about. And yeah, it was time for me to go and approach. She was in my vision, it's in my mind now. There's a girl, I have to go and get her. Okay, so I realized, okay, now I need to speak to this girl, I need to approach her, and the emotions start to flood in. Okay, and I'm sure you guys have been in that situation. You see a beautiful girl, you want to speak to her, and then your heart starts beating fast. You start losing your words. You think to yourself, what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. You just get stuck in your head, and the anxiety starts to creep in, and it's starting to take over your body and your mind, and you're pretty much paralyzed. So at that moment I realized, I saw the girl, and I realized I want to speak to her. And then those emotions come in, because look, I wasn't in the what you call state of mind to be meeting girls. I'm just there to help my students. I'm in the mindset of helping my student to help him to overcome his sticking points and help him to get into interactions and be successful there. And yeah, pretty much in quite a logical mindset. I'm just standing there alone, and now I realize I need to actually speak to this girl, and that anxiety starts to creep in. Okay, so you can see, I'm not a superhero or anything. I'm just a human being. I feel the same emotions, anxiety, and yeah, I get that feeling. And now it's, what do you do after that? And this is the critical moment, is we all feel that anxiety to speak to the beautiful girl. Okay, we all feel it. No one is special to that feeling. We all feel it, okay, which means you are not special, okay? So just because you're feeling scared that you want to approach the girl, is that an excuse for you not to speak to her? I mean, not really, because look, everyone feels that emotion, okay? But what's important is what you do after you feel that emotion. And this is the critical part of the approach. And yeah, let's see what happens next. Okay, so I tap her on the shoulder and I say hi, and then she says hi back. Okay, and this is very important. I quickly want to get into this. So, like I said, I had the feeling of anxiety. I was stuck in my head for a second there, and I just tapped her on the shoulder and opened. So, I mean, it may look like something insignificant, but this is very important to understand. We all feel the anxiety. We all feel that emotion, that your heart is beating fast, your hands start to sweat, you start losing your breath, your words start to mumble in your brain, you don't know what to say, okay? And you start thinking negative thoughts of, oh my God, look how beautiful she is. I'm so scared to talk to her. What if she rejects me? What if she thinks I'm a loser because I'm standing at the bar alone? Oh man, I'm such a loser. I'm not going to talk to her, okay? Now, you can have those mindsets, okay? And a lot of guys have those mindsets. But what you need to understand is those thought processes and those mindsets are not going to help you to open the girl, to approach her, okay? It's not going to help you, okay? In any way, it's not going to help you to speak to the girl. So from a logical perspective, you need to understand that having those thoughts just, it's not going to help you to achieve the result that you want of approaching the girl and speaking to her, okay? So what you need to do in those moments, and it's very, very critical, is when you start feeling this emotion of anxiety, you start having those negative thoughts start creeping into you, okay, what you need to start doing is you want to reframe those thoughts with more positive mindsets or more positive affirmations or more positive thoughts. Because again, you can have the negative mindset, okay? We all feel scared. We all feel like we're losers sometimes, standing at the bar alone. Maybe this girl is too good for me, whatever. Okay, we have those thoughts, but those thoughts are not going to help you to achieve the result. Okay, and the result here is you want to actually open the girl and get to know her. So thoughts that are actually going to help you are more positive thoughts. So instead of thinking to yourself, oh, I'm so scared, or what if she rejects me, or I don't know what to say, or she's going to think I'm a loser, you can start thinking things like, look, she's going to be lucky to meet me, okay? She might be an awesome girl, okay? We might have a great connection, or this could be my next girlfriend, okay? This could be the next awesome girl that I meet and have in my life, okay? Like when I open this girl and I approach this girl, I win, okay? It's a win-win situation, okay? I win that I approach her. If I get her, then I win even more. So there's nothing to lose here, okay? Have more positive thoughts. I open, I win, okay? She could be my next girlfriend, okay? Now, for me, I've been in this situation countless of times, so it's already automated in me. It's almost like a reflex. I get that emotion, okay? But I already know what physical steps I need to take in order to get past that, okay? So I've been in the situation a lot of times. I've got strong mindsets, okay? I get the feeling, okay? But the physical techniques already take over and they just go through, okay? So now you get into that moment where, okay, I need to approach her. I don't know what, I'm scared, okay? So you reframe your thoughts, okay? From negative to positive thoughts. And now once you've reframed the thoughts, because again, you can have positive thoughts and think to yourself, this could be my next girlfriend, or I open, I win, or like, this is going to be an awesome interaction. She's going to be lucky to meet me. You can have those thoughts, okay? But then if you don't take the actual physical steps to actually speak to her, it doesn't even matter what you think, because you're still going to stand there alone at the bar like a loser. Okay, so once you've reframed the thoughts and you've changed from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, what you want to do now is actually start taking the physical steps of the approach. And how you do this again is you don't want to set the bar so high for yourself and think, oh, okay, I need to make her my girlfriend now. I'm so scared, because that again, it's going to take you back to those negative mindsets. Okay, all you need to do is you need to break the process down into a step-by-step process. Okay, and what does a step-by-step process look like? Well, it looks like, okay, turn over to the girl. Okay, extend your hand, tap her on the shoulder, open your mouth, smile, look her in her eyes, and speak. Okay, so you know the steps that you need to achieve in order to open the girl or approach her. So you just do a step-by-step process. You take your hand out, you tap her in the shoulder, she turns around, you look her in the eye, you smile, and then you open your mouth and you speak. Okay, and if you break it down into those small steps, you just tick each box of the process. Okay, instead of thinking to yourself, oh my god, this girl is so beautiful, she might reject me, just think to yourself, the next step is tap her on the shoulder, look her in the eyes, smile, open your mouth. Okay, those are more easier achievable goals. Okay, more achievable actions than I need to make her my girlfriend or she might reject me. Okay, so that's what I did there. I tapped her on the shoulder, she turned around, and I said hi, and she said hi back. Okay, now again, I tapped her on the shoulder. Okay, a big mistake guys make is they just grab the girl, they just take their whole hand and like put it on her shoulder and pull her towards you, or they start holding her for extended periods of time. Again, you don't want to be doing things like that, because again, you need to look at it from her perspective. She's just standing at the bar in her own little world. Some random stranger comes and grabs her on the shoulder and starts touching her all over the place. Okay, you invading her privacy. You're making her scared. It's creepy. Okay, you don't want to be too needy. You don't want to come across as needy, and you don't want to come across as creepy, because if you come across as needy and creepy, it's not going to help you. She's not going to want to talk to you. Doesn't matter if you open your mouth, you've pretty much lost the girl. So you see there, what I simply do is I tap her on the shoulder, gently tap on the shoulder, take my hands away, because I don't want to be a creep. I don't want to be invading your privacy, and I don't want to be too needy. So I just tap her on the shoulder. She turns around. Okay, I've tapped her, I look in her eyes, I smile, and I say hi. Okay, I tap her and I say hi. Now I'm saying hi because I want to get her attention. Okay, I've tapped her, I'm saying hi, I'm letting her know that, listen, I'm talking to you right now. Okay, now again, guys think to themselves, look, okay, he just said hi. Okay, I can also just say hi. Okay, go up to the girl and say hi. Okay, now it's not about the hi itself, it's about what comes up after you say the hi. Okay, and a lot of guys fail at this part. They say hi, and then the next words that come out of their mouth pretty much kills them in the interaction, and they pretty much lose the interaction from the beginning. So I've said hi, I've got her attention, and what comes next is very, very important. And let's have a look at what happens next.
I like your look. You remind me of a Russian assassin.
Okay, so I said to her, I like your look. You remind me of a Russian assassin. Okay, and this is the technique that I want to break down with you guys right here. Okay, and what this technique that I just used is called, okay, it's called the compliment opener. Okay, the compliment opener is a technique where you use to open an interaction or to approach a girl, and you do that by giving her a compliment. Okay, now I'm going to break it down, because it's not just a simple compliment. I'm going to break it down as to what makes this compliment opener so effective. Okay, so let's just go back a few seconds. Okay, so I say to her, I like your look, okay, and let's see what she says after that. Okay, so I say to her, I like your look, and she says, thanks. Okay, so I'm going to give you the formula for the compliment opener, and I'm going to break it down from here. So the formula for a compliment opener looks like this. Okay, I like your X. Okay, it reminds me of Y. Okay, or I like your X, you remind me of Y. Okay, I like your X, it reminds me of Y, or I like your X, you remind me of Y. Okay, so the first part is I like your X. Okay, so I like your X, the X is the actual compliment. Okay, so what do you like about this girl that you're speaking to? Okay, what do you like about her? Okay, what's the compliment you want to give her? And in the X part, you can put whatever you want. Okay, so in this instance, I said to her, I like your look. Okay, I like your look. Okay, because I thought she was attractive, so I like her look. I told her that I like her look. Okay, now again, it's a compliment. Any guy can give a compliment. Okay, and what's even more important to understand is a beautiful girl like this will get complimented multiple times during the day and during the night, especially in a bar setting. So she's been approached 1,000 times already in the day, and she's been given 1,001 compliments from 1,001 random guys throughout the day. Okay, so just because I gave her the compliment doesn't make me special. Okay, what it actually does, as you can see by her response, is thanks. Okay, what it does is it kind of puts me in a box. Okay, because I've given her the compliment and she says thanks. Okay, she's being polite. I was being polite, I gave her a compliment. She's being polite by saying thanks. Okay, now the mistake guys make is they go from I like your look and then they go into a random conversation. Okay, oh, I said I like your look, and then do you come here often, or what is your name, or yeah, do you come here often? What are you trying to get at the bar? What drink are you getting? Or tell me about yourself. What do you do? Okay, the stock standard interview questions. Now, again, you need to look at it from her perspective. Okay, a random guy's come up to her, giving her a compliment, and she's been polite. She said thanks, and now this random guy is still speaking to her. Okay, asking her pretty much tell me more about you. Pretty much, she's thinking to herself, why the hell do I need to tell this guy anything about me? He just gave me a compliment. Why is he still talking to me? Okay, you give me the compliment and go away. Okay, continue with your day. I want to continue with my night. Okay, so the mistake guys make is they give the compliment and then they just go into random conversation. Okay, now this is very important to understand, is because now that you've given her the compliment, she's going to put you in that box of the other 1,001 guys that have spoken to her during the day and given her the compliment. Okay, and what is that box? It's pretty much, well, it's the same old same guy coming up to me, giving me the same old lame compliment. Okay, he's just another one of those guys that's trying to talk to me. Boring, boring, boring. I'm putting him in the box, and pretty much once she puts you in that box of all those 1,001 other chodes, she's going to get you out of that box and pretty much get you out of her world. And pretty much what you will get from these type of approaches or interactions is that you'll start saying things like, I need to go to the bathroom, or freaking, I'm gonna go, look, I need to meet up with my friends now, thanks for the compliment, I'm just gonna continue buying my drink, or thank you, bye, thanks, bye, and pretty much the conversation is over. Okay, and this is where the second part of the compliment opener formula comes into play. Okay, because you've given her the compliment, okay, by telling her I like your look, But now what you want to do is you want to separate yourself from these 1,001 other guys that have come up and approached you throughout the day. And this is where the second part of the opener comes into play, where it reminds me of why, or you remind me of why. Okay, now what does the you remind me of why part looks like? It looks like this.
You remind me of a Russian assassin.
Okay, so here I said to her, you remind me of a Russian assassin. Okay, and this is very important to understand. I gave her the compliment, and now what this part of the opener does is, again, most guys give a compliment and they go into a random conversation. Okay, what this part of the opener does is now it's showing her that, okay, I'm giving you the compliment, but I'm going to tell you why I'm specifically giving you this compliment. Okay, she needs to understand, like, why is this guy giving me the compliment? Okay, it's very easy for a guy to be like, hey, I think I like your look, or hey, you're beautiful, or hey, you got a nice dress, or hey, you have nice shoes. Okay, it's like any guy can say that. What makes you special? Okay, this part of the formula makes you special. Okay, because what it does is now you rooting the opener by telling her why you actually, what about the compliment you're giving her you like about. Okay, gives more substance to the compliment. And also what it does is it shows her a bit of your personality. Okay, gives her a little bit of an insight to your personality. Okay, I say to her, you remind me of a Russian assassin. Okay, it just gives her a little bit of an insight. Okay, so I'm starting to show my personality. Okay, instead of me just saying I like your look, what do you do? Trying to get more information from her. Okay, trying to suck value from her and trying to get her to give me more of her personality, whereas I haven't even given anything of my personality. So I give her an insight to my personality, just a little bit of an insight to my personality. And also what I'm doing with this part is I'm removing myself from the other 1,001 other guys that have approached her. Okay, and I'm taking myself out of her automated responses, because again, if she puts you in that box of you're like those other thousands of guys that have spoken to me today and approached me, okay, she's gonna put you in that box, and she's got automated responses of, I need to go to the bathroom now. Okay, I'm gonna meet up with my friends. I have to get back to my friends. Oh, I'm just busy buying a drink now. Chat later. Or it was nice meeting you. Bye. Okay, those are the automated responses that she has. But with this fact of going further into the compliment, what you are doing is you are snapping her out of the automated response, because this is something that she has never heard before. Okay, and if it's something that she's never heard before, it makes you unique. If this makes you unique, she needs to know, why is this guy standing in front of me different to all the other thousands of guys that have approached me? Okay, so let's see what her response is after I say to her, you remind me of a Russian assassin. And again, in this formula, you remind me of why, you can put anything that you want. Okay, the more unique it is, the more effective it's going to make the opener. So I just said to her, you remind me of a Russian assassin. Look, she doesn't even look Russian at all. Okay, I just said Russian assassin because, I don't know, maybe that week I was just, I don't know, I watched a movie about a Russian assassin. I don't know, assassin, whatever. But again, it's what came up to my mind is, again, the formula is, okay, I like your X, you remind me of Y, or it reminds me of Y. So I just filled in the blanks. Okay, and this is what you can do when you go out as well. Okay, you just fill in the blanks of the X and the Y. Okay, and that's what I did. And let's see what her response is. Okay, so her response was, what? Okay, now it's a what as in like shocked, confused, like, wait, what? This guy thinks I look like a Russian assassin? Okay, and she's now thinking, hold on, wait a minute, why does this guy think I look like a Russian assassin? What about me makes me look like a Russian assassin? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Okay, and this is important because now, again, I've shown her my personality. It's intrigued her a bit, and now she's curious to know why I think that about her, which now makes her curious as to be more invested into the conversation. She wants to know why I think that about her, like what is going on. Now I've achieved the opener, I've got the emotional response, okay, because what this opener does and what this part of the formula does, the why part of it, you remind me of why, it actually starts to generate an emotional reaction, okay, and once the girl emotionally reacts to you, okay, she reacts to what you've said or what you've done. When girls emotionally react to something, okay, when they emotionally react, they associate that emotional reaction to the source, okay. So because I'm the source of that emotional reaction, she wants to get more of that source, which is me, okay. So I tell her, you look like a Russian assassin. She reacts, and yeah, I've pretty much now achieved the opener. Let's see what happens after this.
I love you guys. You won't remember me though.
Okay, so as you can see there, as I'm pretty much approaching this girl, her friend comes in, okay, and comes up to me and says, "Do you remember me?" Okay, and at that moment, that split second, I didn't remember. I was trying to figure out, okay, because again, when you're a surgical player and you approach a lot of girls, it starts becoming like a vague memory as to who you speak to, and yeah, you meet a lot of interesting people in your journey of becoming a surgical player. So it's sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't remember. But in this moment, I'm trying to figure out who she is, and it actually triggers into my mind who she is. And yeah, just a quick story. It's just a funny story. This girl that her friend that's coming up to me, actually, I approached her a few months back, a few months before this moment. I approached her in another venue, separate nightclub, and the reason why I approached her is because she was a specific type of girl that one of my main wings, one of the main guys I go out with, actually likes. My main wing is Gabriel Gray, and he's got a specific type of girl that he likes, brunette, short, yoga type kind of girl. So when I approached her, I actually realized that this is the type of girl that my wing likes, Gabriel Gray. So I actually approached her and pretty much set them up together, Gabriel Gray and this girl here, and they actually met up, and yeah, they met up together, and yeah, she remembers me from that part, that the when I hooked them up together. So yeah, I remember that, and yeah, it was just very funny because yeah, just crazy how I'm actually speaking to her friend, approaching her friend, and she remembers me. So yeah, it's just a cool thing. You're a surgical player, you meet a lot of people, and yeah, you just build a cool vibe around yourself. People come up to you, actually start approaching you. Okay, so a few seconds before, I was scared to approach this girl. I was in my head, and now people are approaching me. Her friends are approaching me, and it's an awesome situation. This is the type of situation that you can be in. Okay, just by opening. Okay, instead of thinking, "Oh my God, this girl is gonna reject me. I'm such a loser." Look what actually happens. You meet an awesome, beautiful girl, and you meet her awesome friend as well, who you actually approached before, and it's just an awesome situation. So yeah, it's just awesome to see that how a situation where in your mind you think it's a nightmare actually turns out to be quite a cool interaction. So yeah, I remember her, and I give them a big hug, and yeah, it's just cool. And yeah, um, Gabriel, great, it's my pleasure for introducing you to this girl. And yeah, it's just that's what being a true surgical player is about. You meet awesome girls, you introduce them to your friends, and it's amazing.
I love you guys. You won't remember me though. I remember you.
So I pretty much I run the group now. It's the girl I'm talking to and her friend, which I approached a few months before. So I pretty much quickly just run the group and interact with the friend as well. And yeah, I'm not going to play that part. It's not the purpose of this video, but yeah, I talked to them, and then as you can see now, the girl which I originally approached says to me, "Nice to meet you," and that's just pretty much a sign that I've hooked the set, I've hooked the interaction, and I've approached her. This approach is successful, and now I can pretty much go into further into the interaction and build this interaction further. Okay, so I open the girl. Now she wants to get to know me, and it's just an awesome. It's an awesome indicator. She's giving me an indicator of interest, which is pretty much telling me that it's nice to meet you. She wants to continue to talk to me. So yeah, I continue to talk to her, and I've hooked the interaction, I've hooked the girl, and pretty much move the interaction forward from there, and blah blah blah. So I ask her what her name is, and yeah, so I ask her what her name is, and pretty much I continue the conversation from there. And yeah, it's amazing to see that again, you just how effective the technique is. You just give the girl a compliment, you follow up the compliment with some substance, and yeah, you're successful with the approach, and you can now get into a conversation with the girl, find out if she's the type of girl that you like, etc., etc. Build a conversation, build an interaction, and build a relationship with the girl that you didn't even know a few seconds ago. And this, I mean, happened within a few minutes. And like, yeah, it's just very just to show you guys that this is possible. Okay, you can go from not knowing the girl from a hole in the wall to her wanting to know you even more. Okay, and just by using a step-by-step systematic structure to make this happen. Okay, so again, the mindsets are switch from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, and then the physical actual steps, break them down into a step-by-step process, tick each box of the step, and then once you get to the part of where you need to open your mouth and say something, okay, have something of substance to say. This is where the compliment opener comes into play. Give the compliment. I like your X, you remind me of Y. And in this case, I said to her, I like your look, you remind me of a Russian assassin. It could be anything. Okay, you remind me of, or I like your dress, you remind me of a ballerina. Or I like your shoes, you remind me of McDonald's. Or I like your hair, it reminds me of Wonder Woman. Like anything, you just slot anything into the formula, and you've got an opener. Now you can just, all you need to do is approach. Okay, and you approach the next girl and the next girl, and who knows, the next girl you meet might be your girlfriend. Yeah, so I mean the interaction continues. Actually, you'll see my student comes back from the toilet. I introduce him to the set, but again, the purpose of the night in this filming was for me to focus on my student. So yeah, the interaction didn't go that far because again, the main focus was my student. But what's even funny is, as I wanted to leave and focus on my student, the girl actually wanted me to stay. She was actually like surprised that I was leaving. She actually wanted me to stay, and it's crazy how, like, again, you go from a point where you're scared to open the girl, you're in your head, and next thing the girl doesn't want you to leave. And it's like, what an awesome place to be in, and you would have not been in that place if you did not actually physically go and approach her. So again, this is just to give you an idea and show you how possible it is to have an awesome interaction, and how possible it is to approach a girl right there that you've never met before. So that's just a small clip, and I've zoned into like a very small part of the interaction, but it's a very important part of the interaction, because again, if you do not approach the girl, how do you expect to date her, sleep with her? None of that's going to be possible if you don't open your mouth and actually physically go and approach her. So this part of the interaction is very, very important, because this actually is the foundation to what actually starts the whole interaction. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video, comment in the video your 3 complement openers. Okay, so write in the comments your 3 complement openers that you're going to use. Okay, you can practice them before you go out. Write them in the comment box so that you know that you've written them down. You write it down, you just practice it in the mirror before you go out, and then when you're out, wherever you see the girl that you want to meet, you just run the opener exactly how I've showed you in this video. Like, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that way you can get all the amazing videos that I'm going to be sending out to you, other infield breakdowns that I'm going to do, other techniques that I'm going to cover. It's going to be awesome. So like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Tumelo from Surgical Pickup. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.
Hey, buying me drink. Type for orange. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna find an orange.